So my name is Callie Paget, and I am here interviewing Glenn Miller, who is one of the most prolific and recognized artists in Louisiana. With your most recent body of work, the Everybody Needs a Lincoln, you've obviously tackled something there. Could you tell us about that?
Yeah, well, this series here started with the pandemic, and it's when everything was shut down. And I wanted to paint. I had a desire to paint. I wanted to find a subject that I could stay with. And then I had dabbled in trying to portray Lincoln, but had such difficulty in getting this character and everything. And so I set myself up, I'm going to do this. I got to conquer this. And I'd already read a lot about him, and he was in my mind. And then I think unconsciously I was, this thing of the leadership. We're felt that the country lacking leadership, all these deaths, these from the virus and everything, and it doesn't seem like it's been running well, the health system and everything. So I don't know, all of that. We're in a crisis, So here's a president from a major crisis, and how did he handle it? And so, I had photographs, because in books, all the books that I have. I lost a lot of books, but then I recollected, got some more. I know what I went through when I was doing them, and the way it came to me. I think they stand by themselves. They got their own energy going.
Yeah, I think each one of them has, encapsulates a different side of Lincoln. He was a president in such a difficult time, but when you read about him, a lot of people say he was humorous. I mean, he had many different hats that he had to put on.
And he had this huge suffering in him, and I think that attracted me too, the pathos of his character.
Right.
The suffering, the two deaths of his children while he was in office, the tragedies of the war. And he might even had a depression, like some sort of chemical depression, because they called it melancholia then. But he would go into deep, dark depression, and he'd pull himself out of it. He had a medication, he'd pull himself, because he had a duty, and to do it and so on, and he had to function. So yeah, all those things like that interested me about him.
Yeah.
The depth of his character.
Right.
Yeah.
And in doing these portraits of him, making him sort of a hero or like an icon that people can look to and say, oh, I have a certain responsibility to contribute in this political time.
I had some friend came in and teased me, looking at him and said, well, can't you just paint a realistic, a normal thing, a normal painting? So then I remember I did this one just to say, well, okay, I can do something that looks sort of graphic if you that's what they want, that's what you want.
Yeah.
I just had to test myself, see, can I do it? I don't know. But anyway.
I think that's my favorite one.
Is it? Really?
It's realistic, yet you have this pink in him that is just amazing.
Yeah, they worked the impasta there. Yeah, I studied under an artist that really was great with that guy. He really could lay on paint and real nice character, pasta. Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, I did that one more like for fun to see if I, and to show them that I can paint real if you want me to.
Yeah, yeah. So, which one is your favorite?
I think this one, that second to the end there, I like that very much. That it's this half smile, somewhat content, maybe in deep thought. And
should I grab it for the camera?
Yeah, that's the second one at the end. I feel like I got somebody's true character, maybe of that particular. And I like the paint application, the way I applied to paint, and it's got the combination of elements in it, the sadness, and then the mouth is not, it's not melodramatic. I didn't want to do anything too melodramatic. Maybe I did in some way, but I tried to avoid too much of that. I would make it more, but it's almost like a half smile, too. But
also like a very humdrum kind of smile where you can tell that there's still these emotions.
Right, like he's having a thought and he's trying to music himself with an anecdote of some kind. You know, he did do that. He was a great storyteller, and he was a great joke teller. You know, so you know, I feel like he's doing some of that, but also maybe, you know, he's getting some message. He was a very spiritual man too. You know, and wise and. You know, he was open to spiritual messages, I feel.
You know quite a lot about him.
Yes, yeah, I think so. A lot of people felt like maybe he was a time traveler.
Wow.
He was so wise.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That concludes my interview with Glenn Miller. If you would like to see his Lincoln series and more of his amazing work, please go to the NewOrleansArtsCenter.com and check it out. If you like this video, please give us a comment, a share, or a like, and y'all have a great day. Bye.